Hello everybody, not sure if this is going to work. As you can see, I've never done a review before, so it was the first time having a go at it. The reason I've done the review is because I've never ridden an e-bike before. I just went out and bit the bullet. My background is I used to ride mountain bikes for about 5 years in a row. Got quite fit, enjoyed it, but then found motorbikes and found that the ups were even better than the downs, and it was really good. That said, I've put on that much weight, I need to get back on the bike, and I just couldn't face going back to a trail centre on a bike and climbing the hills. I go to Llandegla. It's got about a 3 mile climb before you can have any sort of fun, and I just couldn't face going back. So I've bought the giant dirt e-bike, and we'll see how we get on today. I just got to Llandegla and it's belting down with rain, and I guess about a 20 mile/hour wind, and that'll be straight in your face on the 3 mile climb. The plan is to stop in two places, one a quarter of the way up and let you know I'm getting on, and then at the top of the climb, and then when we get back to the van. There's a quick picture of the bike, seeing as we're talking about the bike as well. Like I say, I only picked it up yesterday. I honestly couldn't face coming here again if I didn't have a motor to help me. It's got 3 power settings. It's got eco, power and sports. I'll try them all as I go up and see what works and what doesn't, and I'll try and do a few clips of the steeper bits if I can hold my phone and ride at the same time. Depends how easy it's going. So we'll set off in the horrible weather and see how we get on. Right, okay, I've stopped slightly earlier than I said I was going to stop. Just to say, absolutely wow, this bike is unbelievable. The way it takes me up the hills. Yeah, I went to the highest level of power, and to be fair, it made it almost too easy. I'm just going to come round to a nasty bit of a climb, very short but nasty little bit of a climb, and I think as unfit as I am, I think I can hold the phone in my hand and ride at the same time, so we'll see how we go. Okay, here we go. There's a couple of bikes just gone past me now. I'm holding the phone up as well as trying to ride, so we've got a very short bit of down. I'll go down a few gears. I'm in the middle setting, as you can see there, power setting, not the easiest one. So there's 3 settings: eco, power and sports. I think the final one is, and we'll see how we get on. It's quite hard riding one-handed down here, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so it starts to go up now. I don't know if you can see them bikes in front. We'll just see how it goes. So the power's kicking in now and pulling me up a treat. The lads are just going up down there. So you can hear it, do still get out of breath a little bit, but it's nothing. So up we go. So they were the bikes that were ahead, you can see gaining on them quite considerably, and I'm in the middle setting, and yeah, it's easy. I could come for a ride with fit lads. How good's that? And I'll call some up and we'll switch it off for a sec. Okay, I've just reached the top of the hill. I went with guys that had rode quite a lot, rode halfway up and then rode to do a bit of exercise the rest of the way up, and probably beat them up by about 5 minutes. Absolutely superb. If you went at their speed, you wouldn't even get out of breath. Anyway, we'll carry on now. It's done the climb and the battery is at 82%, so we more than enough. We'll carry on round and see how we go. Okay, I've just checked the time. Strava's telling me about 24 minutes. If that's true, that's the fastest I would have ever climbed a hill. Not only that, I stopped twice to do a little bit of filming. Have I got to the top? I stopped again. They've moved the blue route, so I just needed to get my bearings right. So we've done the 3 mile climb, rode up with some bikers, then went halfway on my own. If I'd have gone up with them in normal or sport mode, no, normal mode, or power mode I think it's called, sorry, I'll get these names right soon. The middle one anyway, there's 3 and it's the middle one. If I went up in the middle one, then I wouldn't be out of breath following what I would call good riders. It might be really difficult to go with really slow riders up the hill. I don't know. I'll put it into power, the maximum mode, and basically just left them for dead. Probably went twice their speed and put the effort in of climbing a smallish hill. Certainly out of breath at the top, only just regained my breath now, but really pleasurable, not like before where sweat's dripping in my eyes, seeing stars like I used to when I climbed up here, and the reason I stopped coming was for exactly that. I just couldn't face it. The only thing that's hurting is my bum, and that's because I haven't been on the bike for 3 years, so that's to be expected. We'll just have a quick look at the power level now. At the top we're at 74%, and I'm just going to go back into the normal, just move that into normal mode for the ride down. So going off down there now, I put it into sport on this, it's slightly downhill but slightly flat with a few jumps, and I put it into sport because I could push a bigger gear, and to be fair, I could get in the air better. I was having a lot more fun than I would have done on my full suspension bike because I could go over it quicker. I couldn't have pedalled it fast enough, and if I had pedalled it fast enough I would have worn myself out and probably fallen off because I was too tired. But with this, it just gave me that kick off the top or on the flat to hit the jump, ready to pedal on to the next one. So I'll go down on normal and see if that's the same. I might even go back to sports, but of course if you go over 15 mile an hour the motor kicks out anyway, so we'll weigh it up. Right, off we go, and I'll see you at the bottom. Right, back in and just thinking about the ride. I've downloaded the ride onto Strava, and as probably expected, 18 personal records, total time I think was about 40-ish minutes, which is about a personal best as well. And to be fair, that was without even trying. So hopefully this makes, I hate doing these sort of things. I've never done it before. The only reason I'm doing it now is because there is no information about electric bikes or these type of electric bikes and if they're worth having. The purists will say no, they're not worth having, and that's fine, I understand that. But for me, it was the difference between going to a trail centre again, or not just a trail centre, just anywhere that's got steep uphills for biking and stuff. It's just I look forward to going now. I enjoy the downs. I enjoyed the downs even more because with a little bit of assist, hitting the jumps on the way down, you were able to jump further and have more fun flicking the bike about and things. I would say though that as you were coming down, because you were in a big gear and then all of a sudden you lost the motor, it did feel like somebody was pulling your back brakes. That would be a slight downside, but if they left the motor going any faster than that, it would be like a motorbike. You'd be overtaking everybody, and I guess that wouldn't be very good at a trail centre, as much as I might want to enjoy that. But all in all, I am absolutely thrilled and over the moon and can't wait to go back up there. Alright then, hope this has helped a lot of people. Okay, thanks.